Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to be looking at the brand new STR Demon King Piccolo, another outstanding banner unit. One big reason I think I really got to commend Dokkan is they really are vastly improving these non-banner units. So typically, right, you know, like one thing about like Dokkan versus like Legends or another game like that, right, is it's like, yeah, you know, Dokkan has the guaranteed SSR Pro multi, but almost all of the time it's going to be some horrible unit from multiple years ago, right? That badly needs an EZA, an outdated passive, horrible links, you know, those types of units. Like the AGL SSJ Goku or the Int Trunks or the Int Gohan, you know, they're just so bad, right? But lately, ever since maybe the 250 million download celebration, or perhaps even a little bit before, like Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, they really have been making these banner units very impressive. Now, we have King Piccolo here, who gets, I believe, a 100% defensive buff at the start of turn, which of course is amazing. But what he also does is he gives himself 3 ki and 200% attack for 6 turns from the start of battle. You almost will never run out of that passive. And he greatly lowers attack on super attack, which is monstrously good. Now, this King Piccolo, I believe about his max is like 2.1 million that I've seen from him, right? So, you know, you might ask like, well, okay, well, why with a 200% attack passive is he only able to get up to like a 2.1 million attack set? The reason is because he does have very low attack. Like his actual attack stat is 13,273 when rainbowed, which is really on the low end for summonable units. Well, I guess when I say the low end is probably somewhere in the 12,000 range. So at 13,000, it's a bit better. But that's why, like, you know, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta can have an 80% attack up passive, and then they're doing, you know, 4 million damage, 3 million attack stat damage. Whereas King Piccolo is going to be, like, you know, between probably 1.5 to the 2.1 range is where we'll see him most of the time. But, again, he's not a Dokkan Fest exclusive. He's not a summonable LR. This is a unit that everyone will be able to easily get. He will be on all banners moving forward, and he is going to be absolutely fantastic. One of the best units you could pull in that unfeatured slot, definitely. Like, it's crazy. Like, at the start of the year, I did, like, you know, a bunch of top 10 lists. I figured, you know, kind of the end of the year top 10s to see where things standed, right? And, like, you know, we had just gotten the Tech God Goku, Tech God Vegeta, and then the AGL Broly, who were, like, outstanding banner units, and they've just kept it up, man. Like, you know, all the 4-year anniversary banner units, like the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Goku, the STR Majin Vegeta, who's on this team, are incredible. And now this is Demon King Piccolo, and also the Tech Master Roshi. So, yep, here we go. 2.19 million, I believe, is about the highest that we would see from him here. You know, in terms of his links and stuff, he is in a pretty good situation right here. You know, Metal Cooler is giving him Thirst for Conquest. And then he's also getting Fierce Battle from Kid Buu, as well as, you know, the 50% passive buff from Kid Buu, and then 30% buff from the Int Metal Cooler. So that's, you know, kind of all the stuff added to that King Piccolo right there. Now, I'm very excited that we got a Demon King Piccolo, because it's just the Namekian category finally, dude. Like this is such a big buff for that category. Really, 2 categories that, like, just criminally had, like, no good units added to them basically forever. Like, you know, just 2 horrible categories. The low-class warrior category and now the Namekian category got big-time buffs. Now, the low-class warrior category, they did get, like, LR Bardock and Great Ape Tora previously, you know, in 2018. But now, you know, we have that Int Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, who will be outstanding to add to that team. Because it would not surprise me if we saw something like a low-class warrior or Namekian category Super Battle Road stage, right? I think we probably will, you know, any celebration now, we could be getting new Super Battle Road stages. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of gimmick stages are they going to throw at us, right? Are they going to give us, you know, a Namekian stage or low-class warrior? I love that, this update right here, there's 4 new units, essentially, right? Tech Master Roshi, the Kid Goku, LR Goku and Arale, and then this Demon King Piccolo. Like, of this update, like, these are, like, units that Dokkan really needed to fill in gaps, right? So now we have some really good, strong Dragon Ball, like, era-type units. The LR Kid Goku and Arale, that's another amazing free-to-play LR. Like, the Namekian category gets buffed. And here's the thing, too. So right now, we're looking at the TUR for King Piccolo. That is, of course, he's young King Piccolo as the TUR. His SSR is old Demon King Piccolo, and his SSR is incredible as well. The SSR lowers attack on Super, gives himself 80% defense, and he still gets a 150% attack buff for 5 turns from the start of turn. So that SSR old King Piccolo is going to be another good unit. These two are by far the best versions of those characters. The young Demon King Piccolo was a decent card before the tech one from the World Tournament. But 1, it's a World Tournament card, and 2, you just don't have a lot of opportunity to get those versions. And like Demon King Piccolo is honestly a character. He was like the first, I guess I don't want to say the first villain that showed up and beat Goku's ass, because that's not true. It's definitely Mercenary Tao. And also, like, the first villain who showed up that had, like, real powers was also Mercenary Tao. But Demon King Piccolo, that's, like, when the show, like, sort of shifted towards that Dragon Ball Z type level. Because Tao could not fly, right? Tao, used the Dodon Ray, the Dodonpa, but he wasn't really, like, spamming energy blasts left and right like King Piccolo does. King Piccolo's throwing energy blows all over the place. That's when the fighting ramps up. The whole series really begins to ramp up from that point. So I think it was very important to give King Piccolo a very good card. Honestly, I think King Piccolo is still a contender for an LR and a Dokkan Festival as well. I think we could very easily get a transforming King Piccolo who, he starts out as an old Demon King Piccolo. Then after 3 turns, he makes a wish to Shenron and becomes young again. That would be an incredible Dokkan Fest. I would absolutely love that. And, I think it's possible. I mean, especially if... so this will be another good rotation, by the way, from Kid Buu, Metal Cooler, and Demon King Piccolo. But I don't believe we had Kid Buu's passive active. So it's not going to be quite as high as we saw before, but it still should be a pretty good number. So we should be able to see what his attack set is at the bottom right here. So it's at 1.8, 1.85. Okay, so that's with the 30% from Metal Cooler, and that's also with another 30% from Physical Kid Buu. One sort of negative for this King Piccolo is they did not give him Big Bad Bosses. Oof, damn, that's a good damage right there. Big Bad Bosses would definitely have been something I think that was sort of badly needed. Like that really would have given him the extra oomph. That would really help. One more thing I do want to talk about. I guess I should have mentioned it early, but King Piccolo's super attack, right? I love how, like, not only Kid Goku's, but, like, Demon King Piccolo's is, like, 1-to-1 to the anime. That's when Demon King Piccolo busts out the Masenko, and it kind of does, like, those flashes, right? Like, as he cocks his arm back, it's doing, like, these flashes. I remember they did that effect in the anime, and, like, I felt like that was something they never really busted out too much more. Like, I love when, like, animes actually toss in, like, sort of different effects like that, right? And, like, that makes that super attack by Demon King Piccolo look so good, because it's sort of doing these sort of flashes, right? So, I mean, here we go, guys. Demon King Piccolo is an excellent card. He'll be great for the in Kid Goku's team, because obviously Kid Goku gives a buff as well to the Boyhood Saga, which King Piccolo is a part of, Master Roshi is a part of. So that's going to be very, very good for King Piccolo moving forward. He's a buff for the Namekian team, and then of course the revived warrior team, which run right here. So then boom, right here. So these flashes right here, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's just from the anime. I absolutely love it. So we'll finish up here. This guy is really good. If you pull him, that's definitely a huge W, a strong unit that's added to a lot of teams. I'm thinking about rainbowing his SSR as well, but I don't know. I probably won't. I'll probably just, rainbow the TUR and then be done with it. So thanks, guys, for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.